How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you today about a company that's very early on. There's some whispers going on about it possibly merging with an EV company that is in the battery sector, also in the bus sector. They actually have some pretty big numbers that they've already hit with Delieveries. And it is an interesting company. It's pretty speculative at this point because right now it's just whispers, but the company did move up 10% today. I was able to pick up some shares myself, and I told my Patreon members. So that's the thing about YouTube. It takes me a couple hours to be able to research it, to be able to make this video and put it out there. So I'm going to go through it as quickly as possible so you can get this hopefully before the market closes. I know some people don't have post-market hours trading, but if you want to get this in real time, you could check out my Patreon. The link is down below. I tell them exactly what I buy and sell in real time, so you can see that. You can get the information a little bit earlier. There are another 1,000 people in there right now. We just broke 1,000, so check that out. Also, if you want to trade before market or after market and you're in the US, check out the link down below to WeBull. Just deposit $100 and you can get 4 free stocks, 2 worth up to $1,600 each, and then 2 worth up to $250 each, so $3,700 overall. Just deposit $100. It does help out the channel a lot, so I really appreciate that. And I do have a link down to my second channel. If you guys wouldn't mind following me there, I really appreciate it. It's something I'm trying to build up so that I can live stream. So definitely check out that channel. But the company that we're looking at today is Qell Acquisition. So it's QELL. That's the ticker. It's up 10% today. Now, right now, it's pretty speculative. So again, it's been sitting around $11 a share. So, and then today it popped off. I heard about it from, I think it was from Patreon actually, but you can take a look here. There's some news or some rumors that Qell Acquisition might actually be able to pick up the EV bus maker Proterra. So the authors of this article on Seeking Alpha said that this would make sense. And the reason for this is because their plan is to invest in a high growth business in the next generation mobility, transportation, or sustainable industrial technology sectors. And they say our sense is that high specification EV bus maker Proterra fits that bill quite well. They also said that they could go in another direction, trucking that has been mentioned by the CEO as a possibility, but Proterra would make sense for multiple reasons, for the least of which being ties to management between the two firms. So why Proterra? And I'm going to go through this article. Shout out to this article. You can check it out. Qell's CEO, or Qell's, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Qell's. CEO is a well-known entity with 5 years of experience at GM, last portion of which serving as president of GM North America. So he noted Engel has mentioned the idea of Proterra as a possible target in this article. The CFO has worked in decarbonization and sustainability investment, so they are trying to possibly pick up Proterra. Now, if you don't know what Proterra is, we'll get into it in a second, but the authors of this tried to buy this before. They actually bought HCAC, which is the company that's merging with Canoo. We actually bought some of them too, or I did, and this was something that they were thinking that HCAC was going to pick up Proterra, but they actually picked up Canoo instead, but it turned out well for them. But they're buying this one now, it looks like, because they want to be able to pick up this company. Now, just Proterra, just if you don't know what they are, they were founded in 2004, so they've been around a while. They were looking to design and build electric buses. They've been able to actually build a significant number of these. So the first bus delivered was in 2009. They had 50 buses by 2013, so it took 4 years to deliver 50 buses. Then 2 years later, it delivered another 50 buses, so 100 overall. Now it's over 1,000, so they've 10x'd over the last 5 years. They're basically 2x'ing every 2 years. So they've been able to increase this a lot, and they've been able to make some improvements too. They say that they have better charging, they have better battery longevity, because they actually make their own batteries. They build their own batteries, and they announced an expansion in battery capacity this week. So right now, their 5th generation bus has a range of 250 miles with 35 seats in it, and a longer one that's up to 329 miles. That is really good. I mean, think about the size of a bus, and that's similar to what Tesla is making in some of their battery technology too. They also announced that they are getting into the last mile delivery box truck and they're going to partner with Freightliner for that. Now, again, the ticker symbol is QELL. So some people think that this isn't very likely to happen, that Qell is going to be able to pick up Proterra because of the fact that they have actually secured a good amount of funding recently. So on October 15, they secured $200 million in investment. Now, that may or may not be the case. They might still want more capital. They might want to be a public company. So I don't know if you can make the decision whether they're going to go public just from this extra money that they've been able to fund. I think a lot of companies, once they see some growth, they want to even raise more capital. But they do have some big investors already. So this is their investor page. They have BMW, they have Daimler, they have a list of other companies here too, and they look like they're going to do really well. I mean, again, they're doubling every 2 years. They're doubling their deliveries essentially. So at this rate, they should be able to ramp up production even quicker and quicker and quicker. Let's say that a bus, the standard EV bus, costs 150 grand, which I don't know if that's exactly right. I'd say that that's in the right ballpark. Maybe it's 100, maybe it's 200, something like that. I don't know exactly, but let's say it's 150 grand. And they're able to produce, let's say, 1,000 this year. So they were at 1,000 overall so far. But in the next year or two, I would assume, especially with some more capital, they would probably be able to produce 1,000. I don't think that's out of the question. That would mean that if they're able to deliver these 1,000 vehicles at 150 a pop, that would be 150 million in revenue. That's pretty good for one of these companies. I mean, a lot of companies don't have that scale yet. A lot of people aren't, or a lot of these companies aren't even close to that. And again, you are investing in a company that there are no definitive talks. This is what people are saying. This is the whisper. And from everything I can tell, there isn't any news that's showing up that tells us that this is going to happen for sure. But it is something to put on your radar because, again, this might be the next big stock. This might be the next Canoo. I mean, even just Canoo, which hasn't moved up as much as some other companies recently. Let's just take a look. They're down 5% today, but they're still at $20 a share. And we talked about them pretty early on. I think I'm up maybe 60% or something like that. But you can get in pretty early on in Qell or QELL. So definitely put this on your radar. If there are talks about this going forward, I don't know what they're going to be valued at. I don't even know if they're going to merge with this. But at this point, it does seem like a pretty low downside. I mean, the most that these companies go down usually is about to $10 because you can redeem them for $10. So right now, I bought in at about $12.32. So again, I'm already up 4 or 5% right now. You should definitely take a look at it. Of course, do your own research before buying in. I'm going to try to make this before the market closes. So definitely hit that like button if you like this. I'll try to get it out as quickly as possible. Check out the Patreon and the WeBull, and I'll get off here as quickly as possible. I did talk about Disney though, so definitely check out that video here too. It's a very interesting company that I'm going to increase my position in a lot. Thank you guys so much, and check out this video. Bye.